don't know if I said this, but okay, we'll just read a little bit here. On quotes here Zalman's father, Rabbi Kaplan, the legendary Chassid, Rabbi Kaplan, all of a shalom. He said, I once heard him say like this. He was farbrengen with a group of Polish Bachrim from Adachsidis. And he said to them as follows. A young couple is planning to get married. I guess he couldn't be speaking together, Bachrim, because not to bring out that subject. Maybe it was, I don't know. That was kind of off the record. So all of a sudden, the couple is thinking, how are they going to have electricity in the house? How are they going to light up the house? So they answered to themselves, wait a second. There is electricity, endless electricity. We just have to go to the store and buy the plug and plug it into electricity. And there, power, endless power. Wise people invested in creating the power plant, etc. And all we need to do is just plug into it. It's all put in place for us. That, he says, is the Rebbe Chassidim. We are small people living in the Elam Hazeh Agashmi V'Achumri, in this physical corporeal world, with the Yetzer Hara, Lamas Vastadim, and with the tzonus and wills for all the wrong things. So what do we have to do? We have to connect. How are we going to connect and get the koyach? So this is the Rebbe. That's the wise people that made the power plant, etc. And then his words are, this is our laser. We have to be the hands and feet of the Rebbe. Then we can be mashpi on ourselves and our environment. And I'm sure learning in the Maimer. But it's not our koiches. We're just plugging into the source. Just like the house is plugged in to the generator. Now laser continues. I see this all the time in my shlichus, he says. If I do like Deborah wants, because Deborah wants, then all the windows, all the doors open. And if I'm going in my koiches, I'm quoting him, 10 times to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, what I would normally need if I plug in. And he's speaking on laser. If you decide to be connected and be pel b'shlichus, then you're a shtika Rebbe. Because not you're doing, it's the Rebbe. All you got to do is plug in. You can be a shliach, but you could have the choice to accept it or tell the Rebbe, let me live my own life. Once in a while, I'll come in and say hello. It's a foolish, he said, to choose that. Why not be, in the words of Rashi, Anshi Moishe? And then you're plugged in. This, and in the end, what it means is, Ata Tetzaveh, the Rebbe is unlocking really your koyach. It's not coming from elsewhere. It's your pnimius on the shona. That's Anose HaKoil. That is boundless. That's really the generator. You're the generator. But the Rebbe being plugged into Rebbe means being plugged into your own pnimius on the shona. Okay, we finish here. So he says here, it's an interesting thing. So I want to add something. He says on laser. He says, I'm just quoting him. We see a big parallel between our Rebbe and Tzemach Tzedek. First of all, they're wise with the same name. They had the longest Rebistava. And the Rebbe was Ben Achaben after him. Sound like right? Both their wives passed away during their lifetime. A lot of similarities. And also in the Torah, Tzemach Tzedek and Nigla Chassidus, and prolific, the Tzemach Tzedek authorship. So it's like the Tzemach Tzedek had 7 sons. They all became Rebbes except for the first one, Baruch Shalom, from whom the Rebbe descends. So by Fabrengen, the Rebbe said, how is it? And they all became Rebbes. How is it possible? I'm quoting here. The Rebbe didn't explain, just said each one was a Rebbe. So at least I was standing by Fabrengen listening, and I thought, how is it possible? Each one is the Rebbe, there's only one Rebbe. Dabar Echad Adoir, Hashem told, we just read this now, Parshas Vayelech. Hashem tells Yeshua, take a stick, and there's one voice. As Rebbe is speaking, I'm thinking. And Rebbe continues. There are those that are nivel, getting all alarmed to hear such words. But there's no reason to get behola. What's behola? No reason to get alarmed. Because if you're plugged in, everybody's at it. It's an akkuda that we're saying here. And everybody is a shticker. All right, friends, to be continued, Bez Hashem, it's a shishbet.
That's pshat.
What?
Ani Korab, he's an usher, but he calls himself an ani.
An oni.
He's an usher, but he calls himself an ani. That's what the Rebbe was saying. Connected to the mimer.
Yeah, yeah.